Hey everyone, this is Mr. T from Portable 3, and I got a financial literacy video for you today. We're going to be looking at ways to pay. Ways to pay. There are 8 that we're going to be looking at today. All right, so if you want to get your pencil, your paper, your notebook, your math notebook, if you're working on a Chromebook or an iPad or something like that, go ahead and get that. And I want you to put down at the top ways to pay. Okay, and the big idea, if you're interested in writing this down as well, the big idea of the lesson is that I will explore different ways to pay for things, because it's not just about cash, right? There's lots of ways to pay for things, and that's what we're going to discuss today. We're going to look at a bunch of different ways to pay for things. So if you want to write down number 1, the first one we're going to look at is cash. Old school cash. All right, it's a piece of paper or a coin that is a legal item. Now write that down, that's important. You don't have to write down the entire thing I say, but make sure you write down that it is a legal item. It's actually called legal tender is the fancy word, but a legal item that you can use to pay for things. Now why it's legal is because it's issued by the government. You can't just make up grab a piece of paper, write down the number 10, and it becomes a $10 bill. That doesn't work, right? It's a legal item. But cash is a paper or coin that is a legal item. That's cash. That's number 1. Okay? Let's go number 1. Let's go number 2. Let's look at a debit card. A debit card's really cool because it's a piece of plastic that is synced or linked to your bank account. So you have a checkings account, you go to the grocery store. When you swipe the debit card, money comes out of your account. Your bank account goes down. That's number 2. The third way is the opposite. It's called a credit card. That's a piece of plastic as well. But if your debit card lowers your bank account, right? A credit card increases your debt, basically. It increases. Your credit card goes up, your debit card goes down, all right? And actually, I would like to turn it like this because I think a debit card is better and a credit card is not as cool, but that's my opinion, okay? So think of this. You have $100 in your bank account, you have $0 on a credit card. When you use your debit, your bank account goes from 100 to 90. But when you use a credit card, it goes from 0 to 10. It goes up, all right? The tricky thing with a credit card, though, is that any money that you borrow or use, you have to pay back. Debit card, you don't have to pay back. Cash, you don't have to pay back. But a credit card, you do have to pay back. So keep that in mind, okay? Another one that's really cool is an electronic wallet. All right, now the easiest way to think of this is basically paying with your phone, or if you're an Apple user, paying with your Apple Watch. All right, I go to Starbucks, I scan my phone and money automatically comes out of my off my phone, out of my bank account. All right, now with an electronic wallet, you've got to sync your bank account, but that's a pretty cool way of doing it. Another way is e-transfer. Or an electronic transfer, and that is done through your bank account, all right? And what you can do there is if you want to send someone money electronically, you go into your banking app, you go to like EMT, you type in the person's email address, type in their name, type in the amount, give them a password, right, with a question, and then zoop, they get the money, they click open the app, answer the password, right? Answer the question with the password, and then boom, they've got money. Easy way of doing it. That's an e-transfer. That's number 5, I think. Let's go with number 6, old school paper check. All right. Now that's not super common anymore, but it still happens. I remember on my very first job at Tim Hortons, I go every 2 weeks. Tim Hortons is like Dunkin' Donuts. It's like some Canadian coffee shop. Okay. If America runs on Dunkin', Canada runs on Timmy's. okay? Give me a comment below if you're a Duncan fan or you're a Timmy's fan, okay? But you've got my first paycheck or my first job, I would get a paycheck every 2 weeks, and I would take that to the bank, put in my debit card, put in the check, and then bada boom, money would go into my account. Checks are tricky though, because if you write a check to someone and you don't have enough money in your bank account, that's called bouncing a check, and that's not cool. Bank doesn't like it. Bank charges you for it. If I write a $10 check and it bounces, the bank may charge me 40 bucks for a bounced check. That's not cool. All right. But check is another way of paying for something. Let's do 2 more. Okay. Let's go with a coupon. Good old coupon, right? You go to the grocery store, you can pay with a coupon, believe it or not. Now, it may not cover the entire amount of the item, but if you're going to go buy, I don't know, a new iPhone, right? And you're able to use like a $20 coupon, instead of your iPhone being $500, your iPhone is now $480. Okay? That coupon is a legit piece of money, all right? It works. However, it only works at the place that issues it. I can't take a McDonald's coupon for a free fry and go to Wendy's and pay at Wendy's. It doesn't work. It only works at the spot, all right? Let's do one more. Let's go with reward or coupon. Now pause for 1 second. Let me just make sure I hit all of them. We got cash, debit, credit, electronic wallet, cash, debit, credit, electronic wallet, e-transfer, check, coupon, all right? And then lastly, we're gonna go with rewards. There's your 8, okay? So if we go with rewards or loyalty programs, this is really cool. A lot of credit card companies will give you perks or bonuses for using that credit card, okay? So for example, if I want to go on a trip, let's say spring break's coming up and I want to go on a trip, okay? If I use my credit card, for every $100 I spend, I might get $5 toward a free trip. Now, if it's a $1,000 trip, $5 doesn't seem like very much, but through the year, or 2 or 3 years, right? If you're earning $5 and $6 and $3 and $10 towards your trip, by the end of it, you may have enough money to pay for half of your trip or even your whole trip, right? And those are rewards or loyalty programs. I'm going to give you another one. On my Starbucks app, I'm a big Starbucks guy. You can see all my Starbucks cards, right? So on my Starbucks app, every time I buy a coffee, I get points. If I get enough points, if I get 50 points, I can get a free coffee, all right? And actually, when I get to like 51, I could go into Starbucks, no money in my hand, take out the app, scan it, and then my 51 points goes to 1 point. I've used up 50, it's like money, right? And I can buy my coffee with that, with points. And that is an absolutely cool way of paying for stuff. Almost like a bonus or an incentive, okay? So there you go. We've learned about different ways to pay. We've learned about 8 different ways to pay. And I'm gonna give you a quick little question and let's see if you can figure this out, okay? So, for example, if I wanted to pay for my Starbucks coffee with my Apple Watch, what kind of payment would that be? If I wanted to pay for my Starbucks coffee with my Apple Watch, what kind of payment would that be? Talk about it with your partner. We'll end the video there. See what your partner says. Hopefully you got it right and they got it wrong. Actually, hopefully you both got it right. But well, I think we'll end the video there. Thanks for watching this. This is episode 001. And this is on different ways to pay for items. And the big idea that we're working with is that I want you to know different ways to pay for things. All right? Thanks so much for watching. Please give me a like if the video was helpful. Give me a subscribe if you want to continue following along with that journey. And teachers, down below in the description, you're going to find a handout that you can give to your students along with a bunch of other stuff. Okay? Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a great day. Take care.